Again with another handover for a full camper van. This is more of a run through or a refresher for the customers themselves on where things are. We know on a handover day there's a lot to take in, we've got lots of things to talk through, where things are and how things work. But also for our new customers or anyone who's already got a camper van and isn't quite familiar with what they've got in their vehicle, this might point in a few directions. So we're going to start underneath the engine bay here. Just down here we've got the Shaw hookup plug, your 240 inlet. They are mounted in different places on other vehicles from other companies, but we quite like them under the engine bay, which will just plug in here, roll the cable down the side, and you can close the bonnet on the first latch. Leaving it like that means that when you've all packed up at the end of your camping trip, if you jump into your driver's seat and put the ignition on, your display will actually tell you that your bonnet's open. So in doing so, you would jump out and say what's going on and realise that you're still attached to the campsite. So that's just a nice easy way of plugging in to your 240. It's watertight, it's safe, you've got lots of backup to tell you that you're still plugged in. Rolling round, just in the front seat area here for the passenger, we've located the Reimo 230 seat base leisure battery underneath the driver's seat, and underneath the passenger seat here we've got all the other electronics. Utilising the original fuse box from the van, we've tapped into this, and now all the other 12-volt fuses for your lights, 12-volt sockets and fridge, what have you, are all located here. Coming on inside, we can have a look at these, and I'll put a little link to the app which you want. So we're using Victron products in this vehicle. This one here, the Blue Smart IP22 charger, is the 240 charger. So when you are plugged in at a site, the 240 charger will then in turn charge your 12-volt leisure battery. You can download the Victron Connect app, and there'll be a pin code for that, which is 6 zeros, and that will show you what status the battery's at and what status the charger is in. The other one within the Victron Connect app is the Orion XS. This is your split charge unit. This is taking the energy from your cranking battery and putting it to the leisure battery. Again, there's another pin code, which is just stated here on this little bit of paperwork. So 12-volt accessories in this vehicle. On the B pillar here, we've got a light switch, which is just doing the 3 lights down the near side of the soffits. Just along this section. Also on the B pillar, we've got USB A and C ports there. Over on the splashback, USB A and C, a 240 socket, which will only work when you are plugged in to a site, and the light switch just for the shelf light there. Also, you can just see above is the Webasto diesel night heater. This is taking its fuel supply from the vehicle's fuel tank. You can just press the rotary button in the middle there just to wake up the unit. And if you wanted to do a quick start of the system, you would just press and hold this power button for about 1.5 seconds. It'll go from white to green. We're not going to fire it up for the moment because we just don't want the fumes inside of the building. Coming around to your fridge, this is the Vitrifrigo 62 litre fridge. It's currently turned off, although there's power which is giving you the door activation light. There's a rotary switch right at the very back of this fridge which turns the unit off completely, or you can change its settings of coldness. That we always recommend in all of our videos and to the customers. When you're on hookup, you can run it as cold as you like. When you're driving to your destination, run it as cold as possible. And when you finally get to your campsite or your destination where you're going to stay, just knock that dial back to sort of the halfway mark. It just conserves a bit of energy within your leisure battery. So if we just come around to the side here, there's a little indent in the bodywork. So a little switch, that's doing the lights in the tailgate. Also around the back here, you've got a little switch underneath the snake light, and that's got 2 brightness settings and a USB port in it, and a light switch underneath that snake light. Back inside the camper van now, Just going to go to the first cupboard, and located in here is the fresh water. It's got a submersible pump inside there, and right at the very back you'll see there's space and a strap to hold your camping gas bottle. All of our kitchen setups are all gas certified and tested, as is this one, and there is a gas vent in there as well. You'll see right at the very back there's also a cut-off isolation valve, which is already in the off position, turning at 90 degrees, so it's in line with the pipe. The gas would then be open, so then with your gas bottle attached and the regulator open, you've then got gas flow, which is feeding your two burners. Then you've got to push down, turn it, and hit the ignite button, and that'll do the appropriate burner. With water attached in your fresh water, there's a micro switch internally of this handle. There's no water in here at the moment, but we will hear the water pump run if we just lift the lever up. In turn doing that, it will then suck the water up and push it out the tap. We've got Vanshades throughout this build. Anyone look at the Vanshades, it really does finish off the kitchen. We've got lots of various colours. We've got to the kitchen splashback, the sliding door and the rear quarter here. So this camper build is using the 130 smart bed. Now we've removed this kick panel, which is on magnets, and attach it themselves to the front legs there. Just tuck that out of the way for the moment. We've got this centre lever in the middle. It's got 5 points of recline on the chair, so you can be a little bit more comfortable whilst travelling on long journeys. But we're going to turn this into a bed now. So we're going to grab that lever, pull the bed all the way towards us, and just use ourselves to push the bed the rest of the way. And then we've got a bed. And if you like, you could take the board and just reattach it on the front, just to keep it out of the way. So now we're in bed mode. We've still got access to some of the drawers. We've got access through the top if you want to get further down. The rear kitchen is on a timber, and then there's another internal panel which you can put down in the cupboard as well. So you can really bury lots of things all the way down right into the wheel arch. Close this one up. If you just come back round to the front here, we're going to now take it from the bed and go back into a chair. And it's very simple. The smart bed, red lever here, we're just going to push the bottom of it. And it's as easy as that. Back into a chair again. Just reattach that magnetic board. And we're ready to go. We do have an A-pillar table here. We'll just get rid of these pieces here. Undo the lever at the bottom, and if you wish you can fully remove the whole table leg. You can spin it out of the way, and just lock it off. Around the side of the kitchen is another table. Should have moved the chair forward a little bit more, there we go. See on the bottom here, the table leg's got a little button which you push in. That will retract the table leg. Just put it onto the rail. Now underneath this table, are some more little tabs. You see these here. Once it's hooked onto the rail, these tabs will then slide in underneath it to lock the table in place. So if you did lean on one corner, put a lot of weight on there, the table's not going to flick up and kick all your food and beers everywhere. So just put that back down, push those two tabs across, and that table's locked in place now. Back to this B-pillar table again. There is another mechanism underneath, so we can fold that one out of the way. Again, fully remove it if you wish. So now we're going to do a demo of the roof and how to pull it down. This is the Reimo Easy Fit with the Lux bed. So it's a sprung-loaded sort of bed affair. the mattress which is already out there. There's the benefit of these roofs, they do sit a little bit higher, but you can store a mattress and probably a doobie up there as well. So just come on in a minute, we're going to pull down the bed, which is just on 2 gas struts. There's not a lot of effort to pulling that down. Stored above at the moment is the front canvas head section. Upstairs, as you can see, we've got a snake light up here as well. Again, that's got USB built into it, so you do have some light and phone charging facilities upstairs. Just have a look right up the top at the moment. You can probably see the 2 handles right at the very top. We're going to grab those 2 handles and pull the roof down. We're going to get so far and then pull the canvas in from the sides and the front, just to make sure we've got everything inside the vehicle and not hanging out towards the hinges. There's one thing to note on this roof. At the very back of the canvas are some internal plastic straps which actually help pull the canvas inwards away from the hinges. Now, we have found if you pull the roof down too fast, or if there is a big gust of wind which comes in through the vehicle when you're pulling the roof down, you can find those plastic pieces then get forced outwards, and that in turn will then bend the bits of plastic, which will then need replacing. So if you've got someone with you, they can just check on the outside of the vehicle, just make sure the canvas is coming inwards. If you're on your own, just pull it down slowly and just sort of double check whilst you're pulling the roof down. So I'm just pulling this roof down now, just check behind me, and I can see, and I'm happy that the canvas has come inwards. The roof is down. You'll see now on the outside we are fully down. And all we need to do now is just roll up the canvas inside and do the lockdown straps. One thing to note again, when pulling the roof down, you will find that there is a little bit of resistance. That's due to the small gas struts at the back of the vehicle near the hinges. They're just sort of supporting the roof a little bit more when it's in the up position. We're going to get rid of all that material at the front. We're just looking for the straps now. That's the 2 Reimo straps right at the very front here. And we're going to come down through the hoops, through the hoop there, back inside the clasp. And then just pull that down as tight as you can. Do the same on the other side. Once we're all done there, do out the perforated mesh, which is just your canvas. Stop the canvas flapping around on your head whilst you're driving. It's all on Velcro. It's nice and easy to attach. And there we have it. Obviously, I didn't do the other strap on there, quite aware of that. This is just for demonstration purposes. And that is the bed platform down, the roof is down, we're tied up at the front, we're ready to drive away. So the very last feature before we're fully packed up and ready to drive away. It's a swivel seat. We've only got one fitted to the passenger side, and this is really the easiest one of them all. So at the moment, the chair is jacked all the way down, and slid all the way back. So what we're going to want to do is jack the seat up using the original lever of the vehicle. I'm going to jack that up. And then, as easy as that, spins around, it's locked into position, and then jack the chair back down to your desired height and reposition yourself. Passenger seat really is the easiest. So now what I'm just going to show you is going back the other way, as the chair is now locked in its position. So again, I'm going to jack the chair up. The reason for this is because of the side plastics of the chair, they will foul on the seat base. If you don't jack it up, obviously when you turn, these plastics will hit the metal framework and then start to try and pull them off. So we just come back round into the middle of the vehicle here. You shall see this red lever down on the side of the chair. Now I'm just going to slide this chair forward a minute, pull this lever and pull it towards you, and then you can spin the seat. It's as easy as that. You'll notice the chair doesn't lock into position whilst facing backwards. This really is just to deter you from trying to sit backwards in the vehicle while someone's driving. There we go. Just a final one, back to the 12-volt battery, the Reimo 230 seat base, which is under the driver's seat. I was just going to note that again there is another app for the battery. I'll put this in the notes, but this is the Smart 4, so you need the Reimo Smart battery app. This will give you all the intel of the battery, so it'll actually show you how much status is left in the battery, and also if you are experiencing any issues at all, we can sort of have a chit chat through the app and you can give us a few details to let us know what might be going on, if there is anything at all going on with the battery.